In today's episode, we're going to take a look at how transactions in Latin America are still increasing and also the proof that these transactions are being used for everyday purposes. Also, the Dash community has successfully banded together to make their integration with Uphold even more friendly for remittances. And lastly, we're going to take a look at blockchain intel and the ins and outs of blockchain analysis. There's a lot more where that's coming from, so don't go anywhere. Welcome to the Dash News Recap. My name is Heidi, and this video is dedicated to keeping you up to date on all of the recent Dash News highlights. Links to all of these news stories can be found down below in the video description. So let's get started. We can't even go 1 week without having something to announce for the developments of Dash, so let's take a look at what's been happening lately. The Dash LatAm tracker shows that transactions have grown to over 1,100 over the past 28 days, with an average of 79.6 transactions per day over the same time period. Additionally, the hypothesis that Dash is continuing to be used for everyday purchases is supported by the fact that over the past 14 days, there was a median of $5.02 in USD per transaction. There are now 301 active out of 616 total Dash accepting merchants across the continent, up from 280 active merchants out of 616 total a month ago. We're going to keep it rolling by taking a look at some of the recent new services and platforms that have begun to integrate Dash lately. So let's take a look. This one isn't necessarily a new integration, but Uphold has listened to customers and removed their previous $2.99 fee for withdrawing Dash to the Dash blockchain. There still remains the $3.99 fee for withdrawing fiat to a bank account and a 1.25% conversion fee on Dash. But the elimination of the Dash withdrawal fee now makes it more economical for individuals to buy Dash and send it as remittances to loved ones that can be used directly at stores, especially in Latin America, exchanged at ATMs, or used to purchase gift cards. The Panda Group, which previously integrated Dash in 2015, has now integrated Dash into their payment processor, Xpay, based out of Latin America and aimed primarily to Colombian and Venezuelan customers, since it works with both countries' currencies. Dash was also added to Panda BTM, a device that now enables consumers to buy and sell Dash with a minimum of 50 Colombian pesos, about $15.50. The integration adds to the significant Dash adoption in both countries. Brazilian payment and service gateway Kamoney will be integrating Dash, which will expand Brazilians' ability to live off Dash by paying bills in Dash via the Brazilian barcode system, or by making everyday purchases via gift cards and a limit release debit card. Kamoney also uses a B2B payment gateway to allow vendors to accept Dash as payment and also have the funds auto-converted to fiat to avoid volatility risks. Kamoney only charges around 4% for merchants to accept cryptocurrency, which is less than the average credit card fee of 7% in that region. Now we got to take a look at some of the recent media publishings that have featured Dash lately. There's some really interesting topics being discussed this week, so don't miss it. If you haven't checked these out already, I really recommend that you do. Joelle sits down with Karen Su of Blockchain Intel, a company conducting blockchain analysis for the purposes of risk scoring transactions, detecting fraud, and avoiding theft. Blockchain Intel recently integrated Dash, which opens the door to even more integrations. They discuss Bitcoin versus Dash privacy and how Bitcoin is often used more in darknet transactions and mixed. They also talk about what blockchain analysis can and cannot do, and the difference between personally identifying individuals and their financial activity, and simply watching for movements that can be associated with illicit activity. This week's Dash podcast number 115 features Alex from Dash Watch. So Joelle and Mark sit down with Alex to talk about the importance of holding proposals accountable for the goals they promise in their initial proposal and inform the Masternode network to help their decision on future funding. Alex talked about what their plan is to hold the investments of the Dash Investment Foundation accountable, Dash Watch's experience, and their qualifications, what goes on a report, data reporting, and more. Make sure to tune in to get this valuable knowledge. That's it for this week's episode of the Dash News Recap. I hope that you found this video to be informative. I do look forward to reading your comments down below. As always, links to all of these news stories can be found down below in the video description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's bye for now, but stay dashy.